Dear students, welcome to the 10th lecture of 8051 interrupts. So, we'll take one more example with respect to the timer interrupt. Write a program to generate two square waves, right? One of 5 kilohertz frequency at pin P1.3 and another of frequency 25 kilohertz at pin 2.3. Assume the crystal frequency is equal to 22 megahertz, and we are using here one more thing I have left here. Here we are using both the timers T0, T1 in mode 2. Please note this. Just I have left in the question. So here in this case we have two different square waves. We need to generate the 5 kilohertz on a pin P1.3 and 25 kilohertz on pin P2.3. You just calculate the values of mode 2, right? We are in mode 2. Just calculate the values of what is that? TH0 and TH1. Am I right? TH0 and TH1, right? If you take TH0 for 5 kilohertz and if you take TH1 for 25 kilohertz, you just calculate the values as I said in the first example. So we will start with the programming now. So first and foremost thing, org 0000h ljump main. Okay. Next, the program has to be started here. org, right? 0030h. Right. From this we need to start the main program actually. Main you can say, because here I have written ljump main. Move tmod comma hash 22h, because you just take the bit pattern of tmod, put the value of both the timers, right? Both the timers are initialized for mode 2. You just put those values, you will get hash 22h. Next, put I is equal to hash 8ah. See here, be careful, we have a timer 0 as well as timer 1 interrupt. Both interrupts are generated here, right? Both interrupts are generated here. Okay. Just I will take this the same example here. 1 0 0 0. This is 8 is constant. Timer 1, make this 1 0 1 0 1 0 1 0. So 8 1 0 1 0 in sense a 8a I hope. So 8a I got. Put that value inside I register. Then you just find out the value of TH0. I hope you will get 048h, and for timer H1 you will get B6h. You can calculate whether these two are right or not. I don't know. You just calculate the values, whatever the value that I said in the last class. You just follow that procedure in order to calculate the values of TH0 and TH1. Put those values inside the TH0 and TH1 using these two instructions. Okay. Next, start the two timers at the same instant of time, just by writing set b tr0 set b tr1. Okay. Next, start t0 t1. Hope up to here it is clear now. Next, what I have written here is sjump wait. The wait is given on the same instruction. Why we are waiting here is keep waiting for roll off of either timer. See, timer 0 is with respect to 5 kilohertz. Timer 1 is with respect to the 25 kilohertz. So, in this instruction, the controller will come to know that which timer has been reset to 0 and the interrupt is generated. When the interrupt is generated, actually, when it reaches to the final value, right? And when it rolls over, the TF flag of that particular timer will be equal to 1, then only the interrupt will be generated. Suppose in case suppose in case the timer 0 rolls over, right? While dealing with this particular instruction, if timer 0 rolls over, that means the timer flag of that particular timer will be equal to 1, then it will come outside the timer 0 interrupt in order to execute this particular instruction. In timer 0, what I have written actually, org 000bh, org 000bh. This is the address from IVT, okay, on which instruction I need to generate the 5 kilohertz, on which pin I need to on which pin I need to generate this 5 kilohertz, P1.3. The same thing I have written here, CPL P1.3, return to the main program. Return to the main program in sense it will come to the wait again. Now suppose in case TH1 reaches to the final value, that means B6 reaches to the FFH, and when it reaches to the 00, the timer overflow flag becomes equal to 1. At that instant, it will come out of that and the timer 1 instruction will be get executed. Okay. So org space 001BH I have written here, because the address of timer 1, IVT address of timer 1 is 001BH, right? So on which pin we are generating the 25 kilohertz square wave? On pin P2.3. So CPL space pin 2.3 RETI. Again it will go to this wait colon sjump wait. So this process will be continued. This is the main program that we need to write, and these two ISRs we need to write. Why we are writing two ISRs here is, one ISR is with respect to 5 kilohertz, one ISR is with respect to 25 kilohertz. The main program is to initialize all these things. In the main program only we are deciding that which wave is to be, which timer overflow flag is to be set, right? On the basis of this only one instruction, the two ISRs will be get executed. Okay, this is how the programming of interrupt takes place. You just go through the program once again. If you get any questions, you can ask. Okay, thank you.